There are days in life when you speak, and it feels like your words dissolve before they ever reach anyone. As if your voice sits in the air for a moment, then breaks apart into dust. Too small for someone else to care about. Too gentle for anyone to hold. You talk, but no one listens. You share, but nothing is remembered. You offer pieces of yourself, and they slip through careless fingers, like water cupped in hands that never tried to hold it. People forget you faster than silence does. Words are fragile things. They have to land in the right heart, or they fall like leaves in a storm. Beautiful for a moment, forgotten the next. You can spend years speaking love, sharing loyalty, offering patience, giving your time. But if the person listening has no space for you, your voice becomes nothing more than background noise. Like music playing in a store. You hear it. You walk away. And you don't remember a single lyric. So you learn something painful. Being heard is different from being answered. Everyone can reply. Very few truly listen. Some respond just to move the conversation away from you. Some answer only when they need something from you. Some listen only for parts that benefit them. They remember the parts they can take. They forget the parts where you needed to be held. You become a temporary convenience. A momentary comfort. Person they remember when they're lonely, but forget when they're fulfilled. Words fade. Attention evaporates. Affection expires quickly in the wrong hands. But silence. Silence ages slowly. It stays with you like a shadow. Silence becomes your witness. It remembers the way you loved too deeply for people who barely cared. It remembers the nights you stayed awake helping someone else sleep peacefully. It remembers the messages you typed and deleted. Because there was no point explaining yourself to someone who didn't care enough to understand. Silence remembers the moments you held pain like a secret, just so someone else wouldn't feel uncomfortable. It remembers how gentle you were with people who were careless with you. And that's why silence hurts. Because it keeps every truth you tried to hide behind a smile. Eventually, you stop trying to be heard. Not because you don't want connection, but because you've seen what one-sided connection costs. You stop filling empty conversations just to avoid being alone. You stop chasing closure from those who only offer confusion. You stop explaining your heart to people who treat emotions like noise. You begin to choose peace over attention. Understanding over agreement. Distance over forced closeness. You learn that being quiet isn't the same as being unseen. And being forgotten isn't the same as being worthless. You learn that your silence isn't emptiness. It's self-respect. Silence becomes a threshold. It's where you stop performing who you are, and finally become who you were meant to be. In silence, you heal without witnesses, outgrow without announcements, rebuild without applause. You learn that the loudest strength is the one that doesn't need to prove itself. You learn that love given too freely becomes invisible. Respect given without boundaries becomes abused. Time given to the wrong people becomes wasted. And suddenly, you become harder to reach. Not because you're cold, but because you've stopped being easy. You learn to choose who hears your voice. Here's the irony. The same people who never listened Notice instantly when you become quiet. They ask, "Why are you so distant?" But they never ask, "How were you feeling all this time?" They miss your presence. Not because they valued you, but because they depended on your softness. They don't miss you. They miss how you made them feel. Safe, understood, forgiven, supported, wanted. You were the quiet place they came to rest. Now they are forced to sit with their own noise. And that's when they finally hear something. Not your voice, but the echo of your absence. Silence doesn't erase you. Silence reveals who deserved your voice. When you stop pouring yourself into empty spaces, you discover how full you really are. You stop trying to be remembered. You start trying to be real. You stop trying to be liked. You start trying to be true. People may forget you quickly. But silence remembers the version of you that chose peace over attention. Sometimes the most beautiful transformation is the one that no one hears happening. And sometimes the loudest message you'll ever send is saying nothing at all.